Welcome back to Weekly News Roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville editions. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you would like to catch the show live. We're going to start today with a celebrate good times. Come on! Because Facebook, for the first time ever, has had a major loss of users and had a market cap drop of $200 billion. A lot of what appears to be driving this, well, obviously, it's people are leaving Facebook in droves. It didn't help that they canceled the truckers for DC for nebulous or violating our policies. Which policies? I don't know. Some policies. Make one up, which was an extraordinarily popular group of their very age people who are the only ones still using Facebook. So I have a whole lot of feeling that a lot of them have jettisoned the platform. In addition to all the other nonsense that they're doing left, right, and center, the damage of children, and the fact that the only people on Facebook anymore are grandmas playing Wordle. So in reality, it's okay. Facebook lost a lot of money, but really they didn't have any significant gains anywhere else to counter it. Remember, their entire idea was to shift into Meta to create the metaverse, but it turns out right now, people aren't interested. It is looking more and more and more like people are not interested in the metaverse. And so if last year was bad for Meta, this year might be worse. Their earnings call last night painted a dismal picture. Flagship Facebook lost about 1 million daily active users last quarter. The first time this has ever happened. Instagram, WhatsApp may still be growing, but not by much. Last quarter, the company added just 10 million users across all its apps. Meta lost $10 billion on the Reality Labs division, which handles VR and AR and the stuff that has been betting its future on. And the company said it expects Apple Tag's app tracking transparency feature to slash the coming year's revenue by a further $10 billion. Market did not react kindly to the news. Meta stock taking a massive hit, currently trading down about 24%, wiping around $200 billion off its market cap. Good. We need less of them. And if any government politician shows up like, Meta's too big to fail, they need immediately recalled and voted out of office. Okay? Keep an eye on your politicians, folks. You hear one of them like, that company is just too big to fail. Vote them out. Recall instant, vote them out. Because no, let them die. They're not bringing anything of value to the marketplace that cannot be handled by other people who are doing it better. Further recalls, Tesla has to recall 54,000 vehicles because of, remember we talked about the other day, the aggressive driving mode that does rolling stop signs? As I predicted, that's illegal! So the National Highway Safety Transport, whatever they're called, NHTSA has said, Tesla, what the hell are you doing? You're already in the middle of lawsuits for killing people. And so they were forced to issue 54,000 recalls so that vehicles would stop doing rolling stops, because a stop sign means stop. It doesn't mean slow down, particularly when you're in a Tesla that likes to accelerate into things. And so all you people are like, you're just a Tesla hate boy. No, I'm not. I'm just pointing out the valid criticisms of a stupid product. Okay? Yeah, maybe eventually there's a place for it, but not quite yet. We have a lot more, and the first thing they need to do is stop beta testing full self-driving software with untrained people on public highways. My Lord. But anyway, Tesla now has to recall those. Blackberry, this is interesting. So Blackberry sells its mobile patents to a patent troll for $600 million. Basically, this company just shot up out of absolutely nowhere. Let's see if I can get the name of it. It is literally called Catapult IP Innovations. Never existed. They borrowed $450 million in cash. They have no products, no services. They have nothing except the patents for text messaging and other things. So in other words, their first thing is going to be to sue Google and Apple for the fact that they use text messages when they hold the patent for text messaging. So basically, they are completely solvent by $150 million, which is a promissory note, and they have nothing to do except we're just a little startup simply designed to sue people for utilizing the patents that we just bought with investor money for nothing. So let's all just pray for Catapult IP Innovations to go completely bust. Because yeah, that's just nonsense. And shame on you, Blackberry. Way to go. The final last gasping breath is to give up everything you have of any value to a slime ball. Congratulations, Blackberry. Well, we have 2 Windows stories. The first one is hiding Windows 11 Teams icon doesn't just save taskbar space, it also saves RAM. A lot of this is just because when it's just sitting there on your panels, it is actually loading itself in the background, and several of the Windows applications have done this. So they're running in the background, and all of those things running in the background that you may not be using on a day-to-day basis are all taking up RAM. And that's what Windows does. It just sits there preloading all of its crap that nobody asks for and really wants to use anyway, taking up all the RAM in the background, and then, it just kind of sucks. And so, yeah, if you go through, and the problem is you can't even uninstall all this crap. I was testing out with the new computer I bought. Like, test everything out before I changed the operating system to Linux, just make sure everything's working. It's like, Edge, delete that crap. Nope, can't. Sorry. What? I cannot delete the web browser? I don't want it for anything else. Yeah, that's apparently how bad Windows has become again. Going back to the 2000s, suing over Internet Explorer, that's what forced them to have the uninstall option. Yeah, it's gone again. So anyway, that's happening, and all this new crap that I want nothing to do with. Xbox app! Screw your Xbox app, Windows. I use Linux now. Thank you. I actually have control. And a report came out looking at how long does Windows need to be online to update reliably. Well, it turns out 8 hours of online connectivity. What? So Microsoft says Windows devices need to be online for at least 8 hours. And that's not an average, that's at least 8 hours to get the latest updates and have them correctly installed after they're released through Windows Update. Amount of time devices running Windows are powered on and connected to the Windows Update is tracked by Microsoft Update Connectivity. Yeah, see guys, they're connecting how much your computer is online with your IP address and everything. The guys, they know exactly when your computer's on, when your computer's off, and when you're using it based on that one application alone. That is exactly why I do not want telemetry. Screw you, Microsoft. Let me control when I check for apps. Updates, excuse me. The measurement correlates to the system's lack of enough connected time when they're not up to date, so it makes it easier to understand why some devices are unlikely to get recently released updates successfully. According to David Geyer, a Microsoft program manager for Windows Update and MEM, Windows devices need at least 8 hours online to get the latest updates successfully installed. Yeah, that's not something you get with Linux. Linux update. Okay, done. What next? I don't know. Go play in the corner for a while, I guess? I don't know. But anyway, this is crazy, guys. This is crazy. I don't want to keep my computer turned on and online for 8 hours in order to push an update. So, there's that. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have affiliates today. We are highlighting A2 Hosting, tlm.li/A2H. I use this for many years for my clients. I only moved when my hosting got too big and I put it all on Linode. But still, for individual sites, A2 Hosting is an excellent option. They are independent of that EIG garbage. They have good customer support in your country, which is good, and they have really good prices for up to 36 months at the discount price to start. So you can head on over to A2 Hosting, tlm.li/A2H, and that will help out the channel. Now, guys, let's go to Sillyville. So first up in Sillyville, this man builds a 27 milliamp hour power bank that can charge TVs, washing machines, and thousands of phones. Okay, tech spot. You need to fire this guy and fire somebody else. Okay, first and foremost, we're talking about power banks. Unless you're talking about cell phone batteries, you don't use milliamp hours for anything. It's not anything that's used in these. It's like, this thing's impressive. You can run a washing machine on it. That's not impressive. Any jackery can do that. Okay. There are these little things. In fact, I meant to grab it and I didn't. This is called a portable power station. Okay. This portable power station has an inverter on it. It can run a whole lot of household things. Now, this one's a tiny one. So it's not like massive. But this guy here, when you look at amp hours, which is what's used, this guy is a tiny one, and this thing is 18,000 milliamp hours. No, it's just 18 amp hours. Yeah, that is a somewhat impressive size. You can do not a lot of neat things with it. I'd really like to know, sir, how are you recharging that? These are the questions you actually know what portable power is all about, actually wrestle with. And so, this makes it sound super impressive. Really, the only impressive thing here is that he built it to look like a giant power block. That's literally the only thing impressive about this. The fact you can run a washing machine, yeah, a Blue Eddy can do that, sir. I am underwhelmed by your thing there. That TV there that he's running, this thing can run a TV! That TV takes about 150 watts, okay? My little power station there can run that TV. And so this isn't as impressive as it's sounding. It is big, don't get me wrong. Would I want that in my van? No, I could never charge that. You have to have competency how you're refilling this thing. Now, of course, that he can charge it by plugging it into his house, but I think it would probably take him even just plugging into a basic standard outlet would probably take over a week just to charge the thing if it gets low. So it's neat. It's a fun project. It looks more impressive than it is, but I'm underwhelmed by it. The sheer size of it is kind of cool, but the fact that tech spots here are making a big deal about it can run a TV and a washing machine. That does not take a lot of power to run a TV and a washing machine, okay? And please, show yourself a little bit of credibility when you're talking about a battery bank this size. Nobody uses milliamp hours. Milliamp hours is what you use on a cell phone battery. Anything beyond a cell phone battery, there's no milliamp hours. It's just amp hours. I guess, though, what would that be? 270... 1,000 amp hour. That doesn't sound quite as impressive as 27 million milliamp hours. I mean, but anyway. Well, Atari is combining with NFTs with loot boxes to celebrate its 50th anniversary. Some people are speculating, is this the next Bored Ape Yacht Club or the next E.T., the extraterrestrial? You could find yourself digging something up in a hole of a New Mexican desert if you want. I mean, come on. So yeah, Atari is getting into this. So for this 50th anniversary celebration, you're going to get a GFT. That is a giftable non-fungible token. So it's like an NFT loot box. You don't know what's in it. I mean, yeah, knowing my luck, it is going to be the ET. It's going to be like 1,000 ETs. So it's going to be like one, Yar's Revenge or something in there. Who knows? But anyway, it's a publicity stunt. It's a bunch of nonsense. All digital. Everything's digital, of course. But the NFT stuff is getting too far when Atari is giving out 50th anniversary giftable NFTs. I don't know. Well, this is interesting. I think the update as of recently is this has actually happened. So Jeff Bezos had the guys over there in Denmark build him a yacht that was so big they can't get it out because of a historic bridge. And so Jeff Bezos has to have his yacht. And so basically what they're saying is we have to disassemble the bridge that was assembled in 1927 in order to get the mega yacht out. Talk about first world problems. Like, this is so first world problems, guys. This is a 0th world problem, okay? This is like, excuse me, Mr. Mayor, would you please dismantle your bridge so I can get my mega yacht out of the shipyard? And this guy has the audacity to tell us, you need to do your part to save the planet. Screw you. Screw you and your giant mega yacht. So the mayor, of course, is saying this isn't going to happen. But I didn't watch the clip itself, but I saw the title for a clip that suggests that this actually did happen. So whatever the case is, Bezos has a yacht, a bridge stands in the way, and they might have to disassemble part of the yacht to get the part of the bridge to get the yacht. I got news for you guys. You really want to do this right? Why don't you disassemble part of the yacht, okay, to get it out, and then reassemble it down on the bottom? I mean, really, guys, really. This is in Rotterdam, so Rotterdam, don't cater to this guy. I know that he paid you billions for a mega yacht, but tell him, we can't take down the thing. We're going to have to disassemble portions of your yacht and reassemble it on the other end of the bridge. Okay. I mean, and really it's a mast that gets in the way. Well, what is this thing? A pirate ship? Although I can see Jeff Bezos going out and becoming a pirate, right? I mean, how do we get cheaper than slave labor in China? How do we get cheaper than using children in China to make our cheap crap? I got a great idea. Let's build a giant pirate ship and go steal it. I can just see that happening. Oh, boy. And further, Tesla, wanting to become a bigger danger to the road than they already are, they are releasing Tesla Mic, which is a built-in karaoke microphone for your in-car karaoke. I believe it's only being released in like China or somewhere around there. They have a new product release called the Tesla Mic, designed for in-car karaoke system. So Lord help us. Back to zero world problems again. Starting today, pushing its Chinese New Year software update in China. Like the rest of the world, Tesla offers bundled-up features for bigger end-of-the-year software update that most often includes fun features. For the Chinese New Year update, Tesla went a step further and actually also launched a physical product. The company released Tesla Mic, a microphone designed to work with your Leishi KTV. A karaoke system is being included as part of the update. That's all we need, a karaoke machine inside the Tesla. I know we all like to sing, okay? We play the music, we sing our bad songs. I mean, it's so bad we wonder why we still have glass in our vehicles, but the last thing we need is to be doing it into a microphone as we're letting the car drive down the interstate at 90 miles an hour into the back of a fire truck. This one's for you, God. At least you're not singing some Neil Young song. Oh, Lord. Oh, God help us. You can help support the channel over on Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/SwitchedToLinux. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Thank you for watching this video from Switched2Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.